Thank you for welcoming me onto your screens or onto your headphones, depending on how you're watching this or listening to this. My name is Eddie, and this is the Rollback. Folks, apologies for last week. We took a bit of a hiatus. This week, we are back with a few more reviews. And right now, we will be discussing the Eternals. This movie is complicated, and it definitely exists. The plot of this movie is as follows. So, an Eternal named Asrim, Asgro, Ashram, Ashram? That joke is no longer funny. An Eternal by that name created the Eternals to stand guard over the Earth so that it could develop until later. And when later comes, it's revealed that a new Eternal will be born, but for that to happen, the Earth must be destroyed. Fight. So the actors, there are too many, but I'm gonna do my best. Not if, but when I butcher pronunciations, again, I apologize. But I don't want to do this great cast a disservice of not mentioning their names and not talking about them specifically. So please bear with me, okay? I'd say the main character because she does carry most of the film. Gemma Chan as Xerxes, right? We have Richard Madden playing Icarus. I'm on this so far. Now this is the part where I'm going to start fucking up. Kumal Kanjian as Kingo. I'm sorry. Leah McHugh as Sprite. Okay, I didn't fuck up that one. Lauren Ridloff playing Makari? Makari. I think that's how you pronounce it. We have Brian Henry playing Festus? Festus? That was Festus, not Festus. Fuck it, I'm doing my best here. Don Lee playing Gilgamesh. Salma Hayek playing Ajax. Nailed that one. Angelina Jolie playing Thena. I'm on a roll. And then Barry Kogan as Droog. Druig. That dude. I apologize, folks. My pronunciation of names isn't always the best. I don't listen as much as I read, so I'm sorry. So, I do have actually praise for this movie. So, this movie feels less cookie cutter and less committee-ish than most other Marvel movies. Don't get me wrong, this movie still isn't a full-on rebellion, but I'll take a little different over a little bit of the same, if that makes sense. The ideas in this movie are, these immortals inspired humanity, inspired mythology, and that's fucking fantastic. I like that idea. I like that concept. The names like Icarus, Xerxes, Gilgamesh, and Hephaestus, they're all inspiring. These are characters of myth and legend. So to find out in this universe, at least, that they were inspired by real people, that's awesome. Like, I love that. Like this movie also doesn't shy away from the harsh stuff. When Ajax comforts Hephaestus after the atomic bomb dropping, that was indeed heartfelt. Like, that felt heavy. And I was like, oh my God, like it was influenced by him, it's not a bad thing in any way, shape, or form. It's kind of heavy, Also, Miss Chan actually anchors this movie through and through, and I'm all here for it. A new actress, a new leading role, it's great. Honestly, she does a good job the whole way through of giving us an emotional anchor to hold on to all throughout the film. She's here fighting because these are people. She's lived amongst us. Also, shout out to this movie. Yeah, it had an LGBT character that was more than just a supporting role. Typically, when Disney will talk about it, oh, we're going to have an LGBTQ character, they're like some minor supportive character, like in Onward, how the cop was LGBT, was a lesbian. But the only real, top mention of it is oh yeah, my girlfriend or something. It's so minor, it doesn't mean shit. In this film, they go all the way and have the one gay character, Hephaestus. He has a husband and a son, and we go to their fucking house and we talk about it. Fucking props to them. They have balls. So one, great on this movie. Also, Makari. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not pronouncing that incorrectly. She's the first deaf superhero I think I've ever seen, and that's fucking great. And I love the sign language that they use in this movie. In case you can't remember the name, Makari, she's the speedster. fucking great. Also, the actress is actually deaf, so move in the right direction. Also, like awesome. Like I love that. Thena, the character Angelina Jolie, is dealing with something called Mad Winry, which to me feels like she has some form of dementia or Alzheimer's, which I want to thank them because this feels eerily relatable. Like it feels like they're talking about real world issues and problems as well, like this horrible disease. And honestly, I can't fault them for that. That's great. Like in general, like I wanted to mention that because it's important that it is mentioned, that it is talked about. So thank you for that as well. Damned if this movie doesn't, bring a lot of hard topics to the front of the table, but also it does provide us and ask us with questions, these thought experiments. What do you do? It's thought provoking. Namely, do the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few? Like we're going to go Star Trek, because should our world die so that theoretically 1,000 other worlds may live? Like what should happen from that? This movie asks you that question, and it's kind of hard to answer. As far as cons for this movie is high concept, and it's not that it's a bad thing, but I can imagine not everyone will be able to be on board with it. Not everyone's going to be able to keep up with it. Also, not all the Eternals are memorable, but they each do bring something to the table. And lastly, the villain, the twist villain, the Disney twist villain, where like one of the Eternals is secretly, well, two of the Eternals are bad guys. Like, I could have not had that. That would have been fine. Big Ray villain and all. But overall, not bad. If you want to know an alternate way the movie could have ended, though, go watch Nando V Movies. He's great. He's incredible. Go watch his like retooling of the ending. It's pretty great. Go watch him. He's awesome. Also, if you're watching this, you probably know who Nando V Movies is. But either way, go fucking watch him. He's great. Now, for a grade, I'm gonna give this movie a B+. It's a great addition to the MCU. The trailers were really boring. Like, they didn't have anywhere near the heart and the story that this movie did. Those trailers sucked. This movie was good. So grade B+. And lastly, I want to again mention this. This movie does not deserve the bullshit that it's getting. The bullshit reviews that it's getting on like Rotten Tomato and all those other places. It's being review bombed, essentially, because in part, it had a few firsts. It had like the first sex scene in the MCU, but it was really minor and tastefully done. Like they would just have their shirts off. But okay, like bomb it for that. They're bombing it for the LGBTQ stuff, where like it has a gay superhero. Which again, fuck you. Like this movie's good. Why does that matter? Like no. Go watch this movie. Go support this film. It really does deserve your support. And the sequel, man, I have no idea where they're going from here, but it's going to be good. That said, you've heard me ramble long enough. I've been Eddie, and this was the rollback. I'll see you, everybody. Oh, wait, before you go, like and subscribe, and then go, and then say bye, okay? Please like and subscribe. Go listen to our podcast. Go listen to our YouTube channel, where I do a lot of these reviews. I'm great, as always. I can give myself a compliment. I've been Eddie, and this was the rollback. I'll see you, everybody.